Alright guys, it is Sunday. What's today? 8th? June 8th. We are once again gonna try scouting for stripers on the American River. You just gotta keep going every weekend around this time so you don't miss them. But yeah, let's hope it's a good day. Oh, look at the size of the friggin', look at the size of those pike minnows. Alright guys, once again, I was at the American River today, scouting for that striper run. Weather was perfect. It was slightly breezy, the sun was out, but if you were in the shade, it was just a perfect temperature. I couldn't have asked for a better day to go fishing, and look at what's in front of me. I mean, it's beautiful out here. Starting out, throwing a paddle tail. It's a white one. By far the color that I've caught the most stripers with. I'm throwing it on a Cash and Icon medium light rod, and it's paired with my SLX BFS. It's the first SLX BFS. It's my power combo, and by far the combo that I've caught the most stripers with. Love this combo. This is the second cast with this bait. Got one. Got one. Baby striper. Yeah, they're definitely in here. Oh, he's got some friends with him. Oh, his friend's a little bit bigger. Guys, stick around to all the way to the end of the video. Moving forward, I'm going to try to do a recap or a takeaway of the trip, kind of a lessons learned of the day. Hopefully that'll be a good tip for you all when you try to go out here and try to catch the stripers. They're getting a little bit bigger. So far the sizes to the ones I've caught, and other people that I know of that have been catching them, probably around 14 to 16 inches. Oops, sorry there, dude. It's probably about a 12-incher. Second cast. That almost felt like a snag. Like I didn't feel the bite, he just took it and started pulling. Water's fairly clear. It's good depth. There's a couple of huge pike minnows just patrolling the shore. There's a couple of guys that was fishing over there. They were probably going for shad. They were using a bobber. Come on, let's get a keeper today. I'm out of stripers in the freezer. I'd like to make fish tacos. Oh, oh, a keeper striper just followed it. Oh my god, a keeper striper was just following it. Probably fished a solid 5 hours, and had I not seen that big keeper striper, I may have cut the trip a little bit short. So that really kept me motivated. Dude, keeper striper was just all over the bait. They're in here, dude. They're in here. Switch to this while we're eating.
Alright guys, pay attention to how slow I'm retrieving this bait. I find that when I'm fishing for stripers, at least on the American River, a very slow retrieve seems to be very effective. Now I do reel it in faster when it gets closer to the bank because I don't want it to get snagged.
After catching that fish on my second cast, I didn't get any bite for probably a couple of hours, so decided to make some changes. Wonder if we can change this to a different color or see if it makes a difference. The water's pretty clear, so maybe I should switch it to this. Let's see. Oh my god, that was like that striper, the baby striper, went for this thing 3 times, missed it all 3 times. Missed it all 3 times. Okay, so maybe the bite's gonna be on now. Thought I was just hitting rocks until I saw the fish. Yeah, there's one. Another baby. This one's even smaller. Alright guys, the second one today. I was cycling through 3 baits the entire time, basically just used 3 baits. The first one was the large paddle tail. Started out with white, changed the color, but stopped getting bites, so I went back to the white, as you can see here. I was also throwing a variant of the electric chicken. If you guys are long-term viewers, you know what that is. It's actually called a hot chicken, and it's just a brighter pink body rather than the duller pink. So, and I was throwing that on my ultralight BFS setup. And then lastly, I did actually have a jerkbait, but I wasn't really throwing it much. But after about an hour, I decided I was just gonna throw 7 casts of each of the baits and then call it a day. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Alright, jerkbait time. Seven casts. One. 2. 3. 'Oh, cool. There's one right there. He went right to the shore. Dude. He hit it right at the shore. Biggest one so far. But I don't think this is a keeper. Is this a keeper? Dude, this guy hit it right at the shore. I can't believe how far this guy chased it to the shore. And he freaking inhaled this thing. I have 2 takeaways from this trip. One is there's a lot of shakers in the system right now. I've been catching them. A sub of mine was out here. He was catching them. And there were some guys on a boat that was catching them. They range anywhere from like 12 to 16 inches. Now, does this
Keeper?
mean
That
that
might be a
the
keeper,
run
guys.
is starting? I don't know, but at least historically for me, I normally catch these little ones first, right before the run. So maybe. Secondly,
I don't have a
if
net.
you've noticed
We're gonna tie this
where
guy
I've
up.
been catching all three of the fish that I caught today, you notice that it's pretty close to the bank. The first couple was probably 7 yards from the bank, and this one was like,
Dude, look at
I
that.
don't know,
There's
a
nothing.
foot.
You can't even see my bait. He freaking inhaled it. Look at that. There's nothing. You can't even see the bait. He really went for it. I think this might be a keeper, guys. Let's see.
So this striper turned out to be a little over 22 inches, and it was the first striper keeper for me on the American this year. I fished for about 15 more minutes after getting this fish, but I had to leave to go get my son. So fairly slow bite, but very encouraging to finally get a keeper. I won't be fishing this coming weekend because my wife and I are going to be traveling, but I will be coming back again when we get back the following weekend. Hopefully the striper run will be well on its way, and I'll definitely let you guys know when that happens. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.